I make this video addressing a topic that I have never really addressed before. These are my thoughts on Kalvin Garrah. If you don't know who Kalvin Garrah is, he is a YouTuber who has been on YouTube for quite a few years. He is a transgender man. He's talked about his transition and his experience of being trans on his channel for many, many years. He makes reaction videos most of the time, usually reacting to other transgender creators. Usually that involves making fun of those people. He coined a term known as trans-trenders. It's a term used against transgender people that don't fit into the usual description of transgender, and it's made up. It's a stupid term. The reason it has the word trend in it is because a lot of cisgender people were making jokes about how it's a trend to be trans or gay now, right? And because Kalvin Garrah wanted approval from cisgender people, he started coining that term and called every person who didn't fit his narrative of transgender a trans-trender. He's bullied several people on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, constantly. I can pull stuff up. I'll pull stuff up on my laptop in a minute, but I remember two people. One I follow on TikTok and one I used to follow on Twitter, but I'm pretty sure I don't follow them anymore. I don't remember. Or they might have changed their name on Twitter, or they might have even left Twitter for all I know. They both were bullied by Kalvin Garrah for being trans. One of them specifically has made a full video recently about it. I followed them on TikTok. I think they identify as non-binary, but I don't remember. Kalvin Garrah reacted to a video of them talking about their transition. And Kalvin Garrah, during the entire video, was bullying that person, saying that they weren't actually trans, like they dressed the wrong way, saying some really hurtful things that should just not be said. That person left YouTube and social media for almost 3 years and had to closet themselves online because they were constantly being bullied. Now, the video Kalvin Garrah made was deleted. I remember watching that video and thinking, how could someone be so mean? You don't know this person personally. You have never met them. You have never talked to them. I don't even know the reason that Kalvin was reacting to it. People that Kalvin Garrah have interacted with include Blair White, Ariel Scarcella, I think Sam Collins. These are what we call TERFs. Specifically, Ariel Scarcella, who is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. That's what TERF stands for. I remember watching Ariel's videos for a very long time because at the time I identified as a lesbian and I thought if I watched lesbians on YouTube that would make me more gay. So I watched Ariel, Elo Steph, Allie Hills, Gay Women channel, Bria and Chrissy, all of them. Ariel in the past few years has stated that she does not believe lesbians can be attracted to transgender women because transgender women still have penises and lesbians are not attracted to penises. I didn't think that attraction had anything to do with specific genitalia and reducing someone to their body parts. Didn't know that. Now, let's say Ariel specifically isn't attracted to transgender women. That's fine. That's her preference. But saying that if someone is saying they're a lesbian but is attracted to a transgender woman isn't actually a lesbian doesn't make any sense. If you're attracted to a woman and you are a woman, you are more than likely a lesbian or sapphic. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Now, I'm talking about all of them. Blair White is a transgender woman on YouTube who makes content against trans people. I've never understood the narrative of hating someone who is like you, because you're trying to get the approval of cisgender people. You're trying to make them see you as like, I'm different, I'm not like all the other transgender people, blah blah blah. Like, Kalvin Garrah doesn't want to look like certain trans people, and it's like, how about stop throwing people under the bus and just be honest? Like, you're just hurting these people, you're bullying them and making them feel scared to be open about themselves on the internet. It's cruel, it's wrong, especially when it's someone that you should relate to, but because you have a specific definition of what transgender is because of what you've been through, that's not what every trans person feels. Okay, Kalvin Garrah is white, is cis-passing, has been on testosterone, has gone to surgeries he wanted, has accepting parents. I'm pretty sure he lives in Canada or something like that, probably a blue state. So he was able to achieve all of these things. He's privileged. And he doesn't realize it. He wants to act like, I'm not like all the other men, but I want to be seen as all the other men, and blah blah blah. And it's like, what do you want? Like, what do you specifically want from the universe? Like, I already know that people are gonna bully me because of how I look today. I'm non-binary. I don't give a f what you think. Also, he constantly misgenders people. Like, constantly. Purposefully. He doesn't say, he says it's an accident, but he's purposefully doing it. The reason he deleted that video is because he started being given negative comments about it. Also, do you know how many times he's lost his Twitter account because the hurtful things he said, and made a new Twitter account, and people still support him? Okay, just because you support that person in the LGBTQ plus community doesn't mean you support the whole LGBTQ plus community. Okay, there are so many other people you can watch that don't do hateful things to people. Now, what I said about TERFs. Usually trans exclusionary radical feminists are not feminists, they're bigots that are women. It's the whole truth. If your definition of feminism excludes trans women, then you don't know what feminism is. Feminism is wanting equality between the sexes, but feminism doesn't mean men are men and a trans woman is still a man and has a penis, and if you have a penis you're a bad horrible person and you're gonna get burned. Like, what? Not everyone who has a penis is a bad person. I just want you to know that. Just because you have a penis doesn't mean you're a bad person. Okay, there are some bad people that happen to have penises. There are also bad people that happen to have vaginas, okay? I'm just telling you this now. Trans women are not the problem. The problem is society telling us that trans women are the problem. Ariel wants to be seen as like the only lesbian ever. She's like, I'm the queen of the lesbians. I am the queen. She also said that bisexual women are liars and that lesbians should never date bisexual women because that means they're actually sleeping with a man because of all of that. And I'm like, that doesn't make any biological sense or logic. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, in any way. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's just, as someone who has watched so many different YouTubers come and go over the years and seen the kind of backlash that they have received because someone's bullied them, especially the people that have been bullied by Kalvin Garrah and his fans. Like, there are people that he literally caused someone to almost commit suicide. Like, literally attempted suicide because of how much they were being bullied, and then was like, that's not my fault. Whose fault is it? God? I'm sorry, you're the one that bullied them. You're the one that told... You're the one who literally put their social media, put every single one of the links, so that your fans could see them, so that your fans could go bully that person. What was the point? What were you trying to do? What were you really trying to do? What are you trying to do in these videos? Are you trying to show that you're better than all trans people? Are you trying to be like, I'm the best trans man there is. I know everything. No, you don't. Let me explain something. Not every trans person is the same. You ever thought of that? There are some trans men that don't want to go on testosterone because they don't want all the changes. There are some trans men that cannot and will not get top surgery because either A, they cannot afford it, B, they have been medically advised not to get it, and C, maybe they just don't want it. Because maybe they have a flat enough chest and they're like, I mean, I don't really get dysphoria. You know what? You don't need all the dysphoria in the world to be trans. Do you want to hear that tea? Oh, you want to know some more tea? If you say you're a trans person, that means you're a trans person. Unless you're doing it as a joke. I remember how I realized I was trans it was during Spirit Week. I don't know if everyone here has heard of Spirit Week, the thing at your high school right before homecoming happens and you dress up as something every day, and they would do Come As You're Not Day, and I dressed up as a dude. And that's how I figured it all out. It's like, I want to be a dude again. I want to be a dude. Like, what? Girl. Like, we all knew. It's just the same thing over and over with these bullies. Like, people are bullying. Like, bullying should not happen. I have no tolerance for bullying. Like, seriously, if I want to be a teacher one day. I want to be a teacher. And in my classes, I will literally say, if you bully anyone in this class or outside this class, you will not be allowed back in my classroom and you will have to leave and find a new class because I do not teach bullies. I do not teach bullies because someone who was already bullied in their childhood, I don't want someone to ever go through that trauma. I get that if you've been bullied, that you feel the need to bully back, but that's not it. That just means you need to go to therapy. That just means you need to go to therapy. Dear God. Like, it startles me. It startles me that the world is filled with hateful people. And they will continue to be hateful. They will not stop being hateful, no matter what they do. They are going to be hateful and cruel. And there's no way Kalvin Garrah is going to stop. Because we've already seen, people have tried on Twitter talking about how hateful he is, how he's rude, how he's bullied. And they will make his Twitter account go away and he'll just make a new one. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Transphobia shouldn't exist. And did you know transgender people can be transphobic? That's what I mean by Kalvin freaking Garrah, is that he can be transphobic and also be trans. You know how funny that is? That he can be transphobic towards non-binary people, because guess what? Non-binary people are also transgender. And he will bully them. And that's transphobia. I'm just saying, if the whole point of your YouTube channel is to make someone feel bad about themselves, maybe you shouldn't have that YouTube channel. Maybe you don't understand that the whole point of the LGBTQ+ community is to protect and love each other regardless of our differences. I don't care if you have a certain idea. You don't have to. Just let people exist. Let people make their videos. Let people talk about their transition. Let people talk about their dysphoria. If he wants to bully me, and he doesn't bully big YouTubers. He'll find like small YouTubers that have like maybe not even 1,000 subscribers and bully them off the platform before they've even gotten big on the internet. It's like, they're not your competition. Like, I'm pretty sure he has like almost hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So why should he care? Like, you don't have any competition, so shut the fuck up, dude. Just, my PSA to Kalvin Garrah is no one cares about your opinion. And shut the f*** up. And stop being mean to people for no reason other than your own selfish, self-centered reason to make yourself look better to the cisgenders because you want approval. Here's the thing, you pass as cisgender. But in every single one of your thumbnails, you put an arrow to yourself saying, trans guy, transgender, I'm a trans guy, I know everything about being trans. No, you don't. You've had your experience. You don't know everyone in the universe. You don't know every single trans person that has ever been born. Okay? All these people that say every trans person is the same, not f***ing true. Not true. Okay, these are my thoughts on Kalvin Garrah. That's it. I don't like him. If he wants to bully me in the comments on social media on here, go ahead, I can take it. It's nothing I haven't heard before, bruh. Nothing I haven't heard before. Go ahead. Tell me I'm a trans trender. Tell me I'm faking it. Tell me non-binary isn't real. Tell me all the stuff you want to say. And maybe, just maybe, it'll help you get the sexual gratification that you need. Bullying makes me so hard. Like, is that who you are? Like, we get it, honey. We get it. You're touch starved. Okay, we get it. We get it. Bullying makes your dick so hard. Like, we get it. We get it. We don't care. Just, whatever. I don't like Kalvin Garrah, and that's all I have to say. Bye-bye. Bye.